To Luke Burbank now, who's slicing up an unmistakable taste of summer.
Even during a pandemic, there's nothing that says summer quite like a big, juicy slice of watermelon.
It's watermelon weather.
And if you want some of the sweetest watermelon in America, you do well to head to what might seem like an unlikely place, Hermiston, Oregon.
You know, it's just a small slice of Americana.
Slice of Americana. I see what you did there, Jack.
Oh, I know. Did you see that? That was very subtle.
That's where Jack Bellinger's family has been growing watermelons since 1942.
My grandfather started growing watermelons, I think more to keep his energetic kids busy. I think it was like a 3-acre field.
It turns out that field in eastern Oregon, of all places, was an ideal spot for growing watermelons.
We typically have very warm days, but our nights are much cooler, and it increases the carbohydrate production in the plant. Carbohydrates equate to sugars, and sugars equate to a sweeter watermelon.
Wow.
Bellinger wasn't even sure there'd be a market due to COVID, but boy was he wrong.
It's been incredible. You know, watermelons are considered to be a happy fruit. It's good times, it's picnics, it's kids enjoying their backyard. People need a reason to feel good.
It's sort of the summer equivalent of a comfort food, really.
Absolutely.
Comfort for Anna Dickman and her daughter, or more accurately, a group of wedding guests in Utah.
They said, you better send watermelon down to us.
So this is crossing state lines because it's like, that's how
That's
beloved.
how good it is. Like, if you come from Oregon, you have to bring us watermelon.
We tap it. It should have that lovely sonorous quality.
Ken Albala, a food historian at the University of the Pacific in California, has got the art of selecting a watermelon down pat.
I always see people tapping watermelons, but I don't know what I do it myself. I don't know what I'm listening for, though.
If you're listening for a plunk, 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 if it has a dull thud, it means all the cells have collapsed and it's going to be mushy.
So wait, what's the sound I'm listening for?
Almost sounds like a drum.
Albala says watermelons, which appear in the Bible and King Tut's tomb, come from Africa.
There's a theory that the reason that they first cultivated these was not for the flavor, but for the water.
So this was sort of harnessing the groundwater and having nature put it into a sort of a convenient ball shape for you.
That's exactly it.
Once we started eating watermelons, the focus shifted to taste and color, says Albala.
It was bred consciously to be sweeter and more red. You know, the original watermelons are white or yellowish. They started cultivating these in ancient Roman times. Wow. And by the Middle Ages, you finally see pictures of watermelons that have that bright pink.
Watermelons were brought to America by way of European settlers from Spain, as well as via slave ships from Africa. And during their time here in the U.S., they've changed even more. Most watermelons are now seedless, with harder, rounder rinds, which are much easier to transport. In Japan, they've even taken it a step further, using molds to grow square and heart-shaped watermelon.
Can I try a sample here?
Meanwhile, back in Hermiston, my mouth was watering for something traditional and right out of the field.
Social distancing here.
This is great. This knife is terrifying, but also very safe. Oh my gosh. Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
That good?
I would agree. This seems really good, but can I have another section just to like 100%?
Be sure. Absolutely.
This is CBS Sunday Morning. We take the journalism very seriously.
You guys are dedicated to your profession.
Exactly.